Lama Domba Jumdende Dejin Shepa Dachumba Yanda Baranzo Esan Vanjawa Chaja Duvala Chazala Chuda Jasuji Lama Domba Jumdende Dejin Shepa Dachumba Yanda Baranzo Chaja Duvala Chazala Chuda Jasuji Lama Domba Jumdende Dejin Shepa Dachumba Yanda Baranzo Shaja Dubala Jaza Taya Taya Omo Yamune Yamune Maha Yamune Yeso Taya Taya Omo Yamune Yamune Maha Yamune Yeso Daya Daya Omo Yamune Yamune Maha Yamune Yeso Daya Daya Omo Yamune Yamune Maha Yamune Yeso Daya Daya Omo Mune Yamune Maha Yamune So Daya Daya Omo Yamune Yamune Maha Yamune So Daya Daya Omo Mune Mune Maha Mune So Daya Daya Omo Mune Mune Maha Mune So Daya Daya Omo Mune Mune Maha Mune So maybe there's one question or half question. All the questions and silence. Okay. Okay. So, yeah.
So when the I doesn't exist separately, it's just a mere projection, so the inherently existent I doesn't exist. But the I that does exist.
Can you repeat again?
No, I mean, I was just going to. The I that does exist, is it only in the nature of emptiness?
Huh?
The I that does exist.
Yes.
Which is not inherently existent.
Yes.
Is it only the quality of emptiness?
Does have quality of emptiness.
Is it only emptiness?
What's the last one?
Is it only
emptiness?
Yes.
It is not emptiness.
Okay, so what
is empty. It is not emptiness.
So what is it?
It is empty.
It is
empty. If it's emptiness, then there'll be then you see the truth for the obscure mind becomes truth for the ultimate wisdom. So you see, then you see there be one truth. because one truth.
So
But there's no true truth or one truth.
So it has some knowledge. So
It's not emptiness, but it's empty.
okay. So if we're perceiving
But naturally, that is emptiness.
okay. So if we're perceiving it, we have to perceive. If one were to perceive that I, that the non-inherently existent I, then it has to have some knowledge to it, doesn't
Can you
it?
say again the last one?
If one were to perceive the non-inherently existent I, which is not emptiness, but it's in the nature of emptiness. Well,
you want to have to realize the non-inherently existent I. Then
yeah, it would have to be some kind of knowledge as well, wouldn't it?
so it would be some kind of knowledge.
Yes.
If you realize,
It has to have some symbol, some meaning. The I would have to have some meaning.
yeah, if you realize non-inherently, if
Yes.
if you realize if you realize the I is non-inherently existent, yes, then you see, then the person see that I is empty, but at the same time also from that you see realizes that the I also exists, empty but also exists. Yeah,
Is that all?
Empty but also dependent arising. It exists in this nature, dependent arising. See, so while it's dependent arising, exists in that, it is empty.
So how can one differentiate between the emptiness of a cup, for example,
Yeah.
or a vase, and the emptiness of an I?
How to recognize? Huh?
Yeah, how would you differentiate? How would you tell the difference?
Empty is a cup and empty is the
A big
I.
pardon?
Huh? Empty is a cup.
Or vase, or another person?
Yeah. Because the chuchen, the base exists, cup and I, the chuchen, you see, base exists. So it has its nature emptiness.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
That.
Thank
So
you.
it's not the emptiness of I. It's not the emptiness of I. It's the emptiness of cup. No, not like that. Then becomes all the phenomena become one.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then if the emptiness of I would be emptiness of everything.
Sure.
Emptiness of me would be emptiness of yours.
Thank you.
Then emptiness. Then you see. Then you see. While you're sleeping, I took away your beddings, and then everything what you have belonged to me. So if I took away, while you're sleeping, if I took everything, then there's a problem. It's mine. While you're sleeping, if I took your ear, it's mine. You two knows.
But
What?
But are we only is it only being distinguished by its label?
Yes. Yes. Emptiness of I is not emptiness of all the phenomena. No. Emptiness of I is not the emptiness of aggregates. Not even that.
No,
So you have to
no problem with that.
So you have to realize.
Yeah.
You have to realize first emptiness of I, then you can realize emptiness of the aggregates.
Okay.
You can't realize the emptiness of the aggregates first, before realizing emptiness of the I. That's it. It was it. And it's I think, nobody mentioned realizing emptiness of aggregates before emptiness of the I. First you realize emptiness of the I, because that's easier. Because that's easier to realize than the emptiness of aggregates.
It doesn't seem like that.
Yes.
I'll have to believe that. It doesn't seem like that.
Huh?
I have to believe that. It doesn't seem like that.
What? Doesn't look like that?
It doesn't.
You can realize the aggregates first, and this like
No,
first.
well, it sounds very difficult to be into it.
Sounds what?
It seems difficult to experience the emptiness of the I. It seems much better to experience the emptiness of the table or the aggregates than
So,
the I.
emptiness of the outside phenomena that I'm not 100% sure. You see, you can realize you can perhaps maybe the purpose. But as far as I can guess is that you have to realize the emptiness of the I first, then I guess as far as for that. But outside phenomena, maybe can.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe can. But you see, as far as recognizing the object reputed gakcha, as far as recognizing, it seems possible you recognize first. Example of one example of outside one phenomena, you realize, and then immediately after you recognize that object reputed, you see as I mentioned just before, before the end of the session last time, you see the object reputed gakcha on that phenomena, you see. So you guess you recognize that it's always there. It has been always there. It has been always there. That hallucination you have all the time, you see, but did not recognize, you see, so far. And then now, say, on the very good, very fortunate time that received blessing of Guru due to the strong Guru devotion, and then receiving that, like pouring water, the seed that was planted using pouring water, then makes grows here. Then which was dry, then you see make it wet and grows like that. You see, and then there's a seed, the imprint left there on the mind from past, hearing teachings from them, or meditating or studying, reading. Then you see the intense purification and practice meditation all together. Then see, then is the possibility to recognize culture on the outside phenomena. You see, then you see, say, maybe say, for example, the broadcast like that. You see, tangas. Then you see, like something. So something real one, something existing from inside. You recognize. See, then you look at the ceiling. The ceiling also existing from inside. You see, but you never recognized before. You see, that's same. You see, something real on appearing from its own side. And then, so wherever you look at, you is that. Then you suddenly, when you look at the eye, then you recognize the gakcha on the eye, on the middle of the eye, say, existing from inside. And then, then you think, this is the one. This is the one. This is the one. You see, you see what you have to. What object? The objective. See. See, that you have to realize empty. See. So however, then see, then you see this is the hallucination. This is the what, hallucination. See, So while you're thinking the meaning of hallucination, you see, then you see, then all think dependent, are dependent arising or something. So then. And then just a minute, then that real eye, you see, cannot stay. See, the real eye then loses that. See, what existing from inside. You lose. Then you see, then cannot stay there. That's false. You see, independent false. You see, false. So then you see. More thinking, independent arising or something. It's just something. Then then it's a minute, just a second, minute. You see, you see that you feel that's empty. So it's a hallucination. It's empty. So that's what I was saying. That if you say a lower intelligent being, then most unbelievable scale of fear arises that time. So what I mentioned before, say, yeah, that you see. So then, because so yes, so it seems very important. It seems very, very important that to get the whole idea, to get not just half and half, but to get the whole idea of what happens when you realize emptiness. It seems very, very important to know that before. If you didn't know before, the whole entire experience. If you don't know that, then you think, what they say. I say, I don't. There's the point that you see. If you're following nihilism, I don't think there's fear. My view, if you're following nihilism, because you see that nihilism doesn't harm to the ignorance. Conceptualism doesn't harm. You see, nihilism believing there is an I, but while I is existing, you see, the thing that is an I, you see, it's nihilism. There is an I, you see, that you see, that's not just that's not antidote to the ignorance. Ignorance, we think that I exist from its own side. I exist from its own side. You see, from its own side. So antidote to that is I doesn't exist from its own side. You see, merely by mind, it doesn't exist from its side. It's empty. Okay. You see, so so it doesn't exist from its side. You see. So seeing that. You see, that's antidote to the ignorance. But that does not I, it doesn't become antidote to ignorance. The nihilism doesn't become antidote to ignorance. So I think it doesn't become antidote to ignorance. To eliminate ignorance. The concept of believing I is true doesn't become that. So I don't think so what I think is probably there's no fear. Nihilism. The fear rising is a very good sign. Fear rising is a very good sign. That means what you're meditating is hitting the ignorance. Is harming the ignorance. So it's the sign of that is the fear rises. So fear rises. So even when we read Heart Sutta, sometimes you see if you get some fear, see that's a good sign. So that's that means hitting your root of samsara, ignorance. Is that the way you think is the positive. So that's why it hit the ignorance. That's why the fear rises. Hitting the object of ignorance. You see, that which doesn't exist. Appears the real one exists from inside, but it doesn't exist. You see? So when it hits on when you can touch on the object of ignorance, you see. So the fear rises. So the fear. When it harms the object of ignorance, harms the object of ignorance, then fear rises. So, when it does not harm object of ignorance, you see. So I don't think the fear. Thinking that is it's not antidote to ignorance. That one, see. So I don't think it's I don't think it's my brother's what I think. But I don't know how others say. But my view is I don't think ignorance because it doesn't harm. The nihilism doesn't harm the root of samsara, the ignorant concept of truism. You see. So that, of course, that's what it believes. Nihilism doesn't harm to that. Only harm what it harms to ignorance is the wisdom exact. You see, that is the what is believed by ignorance. Is the appearing from exercise in the real one. You see, what is believed true by ignorance. Then of wisdom that's empty. You see, so the exact opposite. So that is the fear who rise. So anyway, I think the fear rising is positive. Even when you read Heart Sutta, sometimes some fear rises. That's positive. So where you think it's correct means correct. it hitting on the object of interest, you see. So like that. But you see, but then of course, if you have some experience, you thought you felt nihilism and you feel you feel fear, whatever. I'm not sure. You can tell me what what you thought, what your experiences. Okay, so so it can be discussed. So, but I think my beliefs maybe not. So that. Okay, so. So okay, what? Huh? What? Huh?
Is it possible to get an idea of the lack of inherent existence of an object from dependent arising and then deduce gotcha?
To recognize the
lack of inherent existence of an object through its dependent arising.
To recognize object to be repeated. Right. To recognize that by
the dependent
by studying how that is dependent arising.
Yes.
Yes, it will help. That definitely help. Yes, that definitely help. By thinking more the dependent arising. Yes.
But
yes,
then
that's the way to do it. Yes. Yes, that's what it is. As much as you can think of the mentally dependent arising, they would, they will have then you think that, and then you see your view. Then you look at your view. It's not like that. So, that's what you say. That means that's hallucination. For that. Okay.
So you can choose either way to meditate on. You can choose either way to meditate.
What?
You choose either way to meditate, to see the inherent existence of an object. Or to look at it as a dependent arising.
Yes, you can practice mindfulness in daily life. You see, watching, the eye and action object. You see, or that which are truly, that which appear not mere labeled by mind. You see, everything. You see, form, sound, smell. Your drawer, subject, action object. You see, form, sound, smell, taste, tangible object. You see, so yeah. Say hallucination, look at the hallucination, that which is hallucination. So, just maybe a more effective way to think, to mindfulness in daily life, to practice that, you see, because I mentioned that one before, the session before I mentioned, you see, how we create the root of samsara. How we create the root of samsara. You see, how we create the root of samsara. I mentioned that, you see. So the mind which focus the aggregates, think of aggregates. And then you see that mind, say, for example, so you see, somebody asks you, what are you doing? What are you doing now? You see, somebody asks me, what are you doing? So I'm sitting. See, one answer is I'm sitting. So see, why? Because your mind think of your aggregates, the body, what it's doing. You see, so then because that function sitting, so then that mind merely impute I, then that mind merely impute I, and merely impute action sitting. So that, see, so say, you see, so then see, then other one is what are you doing? I'm talking. See, so the mind focuses on what the aggregate is doing. See, and this is speech doing, talking. So then that as a mind merely input I, and merely input action. You see, talking. So that. That's it, nothing else, nothing more than that, you see. So see, so what was I? So that's it. So like this all day, 24 hours like that. The mind, by watching the body, speech, mind, I guess what it's doing, then or the body, mind, what it's doing. See, then you see, then you see, seeing that. the immediate input I, immediate input I, the immediate input action, like that. So 24 hours like that. See, there's no I, and there's no action exists other than that. There's no I, there's no action other than that. Doesn't exist. There's no I and action other than that exists. Nothing. Only what is mediated by mind. The I and the action mediated by mind. That's it. So 24 hours like that. We think there's something else. We think there's a real I, there's a real action, something existing from the side, something real. That's totally false view. So reality is that 24 hours like this. So from birth to death, it's all like that. There's nothing real that exists from the side. It's all what is mediated by mind. There's something completely subtle, unbelievable, most unbelievable, subtle, empty. You see, mediated, just everything functions mere name. The I which exists in mere name is a function in mere name. Doing the activities in mere name. Experience happiness, suffering, mere name. Also, happiness, suffering itself also mere name. Experience happiness, suffering, mere name. Experience is also mere name. The happiness, suffering is also mere name. Mediated by mind. That's the reality. So that's why everything's empty like that. So exists but empty from the side. So like that, from whole entire life, from birth to death, it's all like this. It's all like this. It's not the way. It's not the way how it appears to us and how we believe. How we have been believing and all that. That's completely a hallucinated world. That's completely hallucinated world. So if you really think well, it's something really unbelievable shock. Unbelievable shock, Completely false life, you see. Totally false life. So, you see, only you come to when you realize emptiness. So, I mean, it's just, what Lama said, it's the, what Buddha said, what Lama said. I'm just saying from there what they explained, from their experience. So anyway, so that you see the whole life from birth to death, conscious triples of fertilization, until death, life like that, reality like this. So everything's totally empty, and action, objects empty, everything is from sound simultaneously, everything empty. Also that, see, so and then I guess everything as we meditated the first day, everything that is all like that. That's kind of short way to meditate. You see, all like that. So everything that you see, everything's, when you analyze everything, it's not, you can't find it there. When you look for everything, you can't find it. So everything's there. You see, yeah, you see. But yeah, then you see, remember, then when we're down to the atoms, particular atoms, all that, then you see, what else more, see, however, there's something real, you see, you feel, you see, it's from inside, no matter how small it, then however, even that is what is projected by the ignorance, even when you go to consciousness, day by day, hour, minute by minute, second by second, split second. So see, however, there's something real there. So however, is a projection by the ignorance. It's decorated there by the ignorance. So that's totally false. Totally false, totally empty. So you see, so that. So you see, so while it's empty, everything. But it doesn't mean they don't exist. It exists. It is a mere name, mediated by mind. So that's the result. See, yeah. So that. Exists. Conclusion is everything exists mere name. In mere name, limited by mind. So, see something the most subtle. It's never what you thought before, what you were believing from beginning to birth, from the birth of that. Something extremely more subtle phenomena, what exists. So that unbelievable, more subtle. So therefore, the most subtle. So say, the most subtle. So see, so you see. So therefore, it is very easy to slip out into nihilism. So we see extremely subtle how things are, how things exist, how I exist. What is unbelievable, most subtle. So it's very easy to slip out. From there, slip out. You see, in nihilism. So that's why many meditators, many famous meditators, say unable to stay the middle way view, slip out through the nihilism, false nihilism, or alternalism. So Rangjuba, Sovatanga school, believe nothing. They don't accept what is mediated by mind. Prasangika school, things exist in name mediated by mind. It's more subtle, and that's what they accept or say realize. Okay, so the Sovatanga Rangjuba, they don't accept that. They don't accept that. If they accept things exist mediated by mind, they think nihilism. They think do not exist. You see. Then it doesn't exist at all. They think like that. You see, so their view is, you see, any phenomena exists. There should be something from its outside. There has to be something from its outside. I remember that one time. I think I was working a translation with Dr. Nick. Dr. Nick, or who else? Or Neil, I'm not sure. So one time translation, and then they say, there should be something from its side. There should be something from its side. It cannot exist without existing something from its side. You see, because you see, something, there's something existing from its side. Then you think really that it really exists. See, there's nothing exists from its side. Then light doesn't exist. You see, so that I think one time, many years ago, maybe Kapana or somewhere, we were doing some translation. I think I remember. Maybe Dr. Nick. Dr. Nick is something else. So I think Rangjuba, you see, the Southern school, so believe is anything exists, there should be anything exists, should exist from its side. So they believe that. You see, so they don't believe their own connotation of true existence, but they believe true existence, that person will be true existence. That one they think is correct. So the definition of true existence, the person will see. You see, if anything exists from a society, Rangshinji Chuba existing from a society. Rangshinji Chuba exists by nature. Rangana Chuba exists from its own side. existing from inside, Rangwan Tuba. Something from inside. Yes, it's labeled by mind, but we see, but something from inside. There should be something from inside. Or that is what's called personal Rangwan Tuba, except from inside, Rangsin Tuba, except by nature. And that is also what's called true existence. No, the personal school, see. So the personal school called that, believe it's labeled by mind, but something exists from inside. That is, you see, never true, truly existent, called personal school view, see. So so Rangjuba, you see, they have their own view of true existence. That means you see, so without depending on the valid mind, without depending on appearing to valid mind and the valid mind labeling, without depending on that. The existing from inside. So that means existing totally from inside, you see. So their meaning of true existence is that, number two is that. But the personal view true existence is, you see, what a person because school believe it is labeled by mind, yes, but it should be something from that one is totally wrong. So that one is true existence according to personal school view. Understand? So true existence. There's a personal school view, true existence, and the personal school view, true existence, personal school view, true existence. So that's very important to understand that. But if that is not understood, then you get mixed up, because the same word you use, true existence, then you don't get clear. You see, so I think anyway. I just recite some few words of emptiness, but no idea of emptiness. Few words of emptiness. But we see, I think the learning Buddhism is so much depends how it is explained, by the great skillful teacher, great knowledge, method, way. I think skillful way of explaining. I think a lot to do. So your clear understanding is a lot to do with how the teacher. Of course, you are married. Of course, you are karma. Totally depends on your karma, how much merit you have. But also schools. So because of that, then you have good karma. Then you have a teacher who, great knowledge. Explain very clearly. So you understand very clearly. You see. So I think a lot also depends on way of explaining the philosophy. See, So not explain well the words, and all the clarity, all that. See, need a lot of that. Then you have a clear answer. I think a lot also depends. But basically depends on your karma. We are having good karma, a lot of merit. So I think like that. So you see, I have a lot of merit. Then you see, when meet very qualified teacher, and they makes very clear the teachings. So that so the Lama is Lama often praise this Zangba, Zangba tradition. There's one Garden Tiba, this Geshe Sopa's guru. This is not the only guru, but there's Tapke, one of the top learned Sara monasteries, very famous in all the Sara. Those 6 monasteries, very among the learned ones, very famous. Tapela. So in Tibet, when I went to Tibet, I had met 2 times. I didn't take teaching, but he gave advice. So about guru devotion and about about running the organization, respect to Geshe Sopa Rinpoche, things that is. So then Tapke mentioned that he benefits the being. Then the original, then the Geshe Sopa Rinpoche, then Lama, myself, benefits in the being. He explained like Lama Disha Dhamba's disciples, so kind of that mentioned like that. So I what is name? The Garden Tiba, very famous. Zangba comes in, Sam comes in the monastery. In the monastery, Sarah Che, the Sarah, then Sarah Che, Sarah me to the monastery, to college, and then Sarah Che is where we belong to, the Lama and myself. And then Sarah Che, many comes depending on which part of Tibet. Lada, even from India, which part of Tibet you see came. So then you belong this, you belong that, you belong that. So no problem. It's just, sometimes there's big problems. Not becoming monk, but being Lama or some important thing. You see, you see that, sometimes there's maybe disharmony between to become this. He should belong there. He should belong there. I comes in, he should belong. I comes in, he should belong. So many. Sometimes within Lamas or something, but not so much common monk. So tissue ex-abbot, ex-Kadatiba, Zangba tissue Rinpoche. Lundu, I think Lundu, something like that. Lundu. Yeah. So GSUC Rinpoche's name is Lundu Zopa. So they took maybe their ordination from belongs from that. I think. So anyway, Lama Yeshe often say, from that, then to GSUC Zopa, to Tapke and Zopa, then easily. Then the GSUC disciples, the lineage from that ex-abbot, the way of explaining Dharma, philosophy is very clear. It's very clear, and you learn very clear. Tradition is there. Very clear, so you learn very clear. It's often Lama used to say that. So I think it's very, very important. One of philosophy, all the definition of words and really make very clear. So then the students have very clear understanding. So very coolly to clear understanding. So otherwise you're always unclear, like this. It's like muddy water or foggy weather, kind of like that. You see. So I think it's but then for that you need good karma. For that you need good karma. So everything goes on karma. You see. So you need so therefore all the time you have to think about karma. You have to think about karma. You have to tell yourself to good karma. Pray and dedicate marriage and so that's why prayer. That's why you see dedicate marriage and prayer so essential, very important. You see. So it creates cause. So then you say, then you say action. You see, so they do not become obstacles for those realizations of to produce perfect guru. To all the things you see. So there are many things you see that we have to learn. We have to know that create good karma. Do not become obstacle for that. To find such guru, you see, to learn easy, and have realization. You see. So all the karma, you see. So that's so we have to pay a lot of attention every day on the karma. So if there is no karma, nothing happens. For example, His Dalai Lama teach Dharamsala. Every year. There's so many Indians there, Indian people. From there nobody comes for the teaching. But the Western students was by flying by crossing the ocean, spend a lot of money from their city, by crossing the ocean, come to Dharamsala to hear teaching from his sons. Can you imagine? You see? But the people living there, Indians. The recent times, more Indians, some more Indians from different countries, Bombay, but more increase. Because so much, I think they now spread Buddhism into Indian. I think they happened, put more effort, you see, recent years. Know how that is important. So during the recent teachings, more Indians, but Dharamsala, you see, there's hardly anybody, usually. So they're living there, where Sunnis lives, you see. For example, if you don't have a karma, like that. Oh. I think She or he must be enjoying your mandala. Is he eating?
He came right in.
What?
He just came right into her mandala.
What? Or goes inside?
He just came right in, and I almost gave rice, but I thought it's Stichin's rice, so I better not. It was just right in the mandala.
It's very good to give. Yeah, it's yeah, so. Yeah, so. Buddha will be more happy to give to this mouse. I already explained yesterday. What is it? No, I talked the directors meeting, so I talked about just the mere thought of benefiting to somebody is extraordinary. Just mere thought of you haven't done yet benefiting to others, but just mere thought of benefiting, so that's much more extraordinary than making offering to Buddhas. So I was saying, mere thought, just mere thought benefiting to somebody, it is far more, it is great, much extraordinary, much more special, extraordinary to the Bodhisattvas than offering limitless skies for offerings to Bodhisattvas. So they're much more happier if you are, much more happier. You see, you have you generate thought to benefit, to help somebody, You see, this is not all sentiment, but of course, it's even to somebody, insect or human being, somebody should help. It's much more extraordinary, see, special for the Bodhisattvas, special, and then limitless skies for offerings to the Bodhisattvas. So that is it. So what I was saying before, what I was saying during the meeting. So with selfish mind, and you make a very extensive offerings to Bodhisattvas, but it's to the sentient beings. Whereas sentient beings, you have no compassion, no love, no total benefiting. See that then you are for your own happiness, make offering like that. You see, with the selfish mind. So sentient beings, for sentient beings, they're cruel. You see, no compassion, no love, kindness is cruel. And that then they're not happy with that. See, if you make limited skies for offerings, but you see, but to one insect or ant or somebody, you see, person, they help. Then even without helping, even thought, there's mere thought to help. You see, that is extraordinary. Then you see, skies for offerings to Bodhisattvas, because this insect, this worm, this ant, this person, however, it's cherished the most. It's cherished the most by one Bodhisattva, by a numberless Bodhisattva, by cherished one by one, by a numberless Bodhisattva, by one Buddha, by a numberless Buddhas. Cherished the most. So this, you see, Bodhisattvas trying to achieve enlightenment to help this sentient being, to help this ant, to help this person whom you call enemy, you see, who is angry to you, see, who complain to you, okay? So Bodhisattvas is trying to achieve enlightenment, trying to collect collections of merit virtue, see, so much needy to achieve enlightenment. So trying to achieve this for this sentient being, see. So that like Guru Shatyamata Buddha did for 3 countless great eons, practice charity, it's one whole life, it's a body, limbs. For 3 countless great eons, make charity to others. Then practice patience, morality, pure morality, patience, perseverance, perseverance, so meditation wisdom, so that so during Buddha's time, like that, you see. So for this sentient being, For all the sentient beings, that means including this sentient being, who are angry to you, who abuse you, who are so the numberless bodhisattvas during this, how to enlighten this sentient being. So numberless bodhisattvas doing this, and the Buddha, Guru and Buddha, complete path, to enlighten this sentient being. So therefore, so the person did something, says some nasty words. You want to sue this person. The person gives spank, The person gives spank to you. So you want to sue. You put in prison. So how can we do that? You see, impossible. As you see, there's harming to this. Harming to this is harming to all the bodhisattvas. Harming to this, if you put suing this, same, suing all the bodhisattvas, Buddhas, same. The words, also unbelievable, displacing, the numbers of bodhisattvas. So the worst thing. So you see, anyway, worst thing. Oh, then you help. So you say you serve, you help. That's what pleases the most. Buddha. You use your life to serve. There. What pleases most them. Because this, I would say, this is what they cherish most. Number of bodhisattvas, one bodhisattva, number of bodhisattvas cherish most. They completely sacrifice their life. Their body, spirit, mind, completely sacrifice to every sentient being, to every ant, to every worms, to every fish, in the water, to every animal, to every help, to hungry ghost, to every human being, also to every suffering sentient being, completely. Their body's mind giving, this situation life for them, to benefit them. See, so the number of Buddhas do that. Imagine for this sentient being. Can you imagine? They're itching for numbers, for each and every single sentient being. That means including this sentient being, this person who is angry to you, who abuses you, whatever you see. See, chase the most, and then see, guiding. Okay. So now, it's like if you harm to the mother's beloved child, if you say any bad words, how they harm the mother, so unhappy. So if you simply praise the son, the beloved child, the son or daughter, that makes the mother so happy. Also, now here is brilliant has much more. You see what effect, to Buddha. So therefore, that's what they say in Buddha Chavtara. See, mere thought to benefit. You see, to benefit somebody is much extraordinary than make an offering to Buddha. So even make skies of offerings to Buddha, Bodhisattva, you see, not special. You see, they do things special, especially this one. I said that. Okay. So I don't know why I came to this. I don't remember why I came to this point. What? Mouse. I see. Oh yeah, I was telling important, how important the offering stuff. So, yeah, okay. So I think see, there's so just want to so now I met Peter. So you see now, so you see, I, the real I, real action, what are we doing, eating, walking, taking this, what we, you see that, and then I see, so here you are listening, you see, see, real action, listening, real words, you see, from Mickey Mouse, okay? Real words and the real words and the real Lama Soba, but something like that, you see, exists from its own side, exists from its side, you understand? So, so it's one more factor is if you can't. It's difficult to see, think of this hallucination. You see, If that's difficult, then you think, oh, this is something, everything happening real. So this, then you see all this projection by the wrong concept, my ignorance, wrong projection, see, by my ignorance, you see, all this. So then, wrong concept, you see. So the wrong view, wrong concept, wrong view, see. So that, okay. So then the, so yeah, so means, then it's easy. This way easy, not true. All this, see. So you see, to get the idea of empty. You know. So while you're dreaming, when you recognize dream, you see, then whatever appear, you become king, you become president of Australia. You see, you become, I don't know, you went to lottery, or you went to what, those press lottery, you win $1 billion, $zillion, $1 trillion, you know, in the dream. So you see, whatever, you have a marriage in the dream, you know, or waiting marriage with the person that you like, you see, or waiting marriage in the, then having children, then produce children for, say, 50 children, 100 children, or you know, something like that, see, in the dream, see. So while all this, you know, I say, yeah, I mean, yeah. So you went to university, you got degree, and all that is a job, and so in the dream. So you see, but at the same time you are aware this is a dream. At the same time you are aware this is a dream. All the way through you recognize this is a dream. See? So then you have an understanding it's not true. See, at the same time you have an understanding it's not true. All this, see, yourself all doing this is not true. That I am not true, and all this whatever action you're doing is not true, and all this thing whatever you see, whatever is happening is not true. You see, you have everything is happening, your appearance, but at the same time you understand that all this is not true. So exactly like that. Then you see here, here you see when you think, action, object, see. So all this you see has something real, you know, existing from inside, not mere level mind. Anyway, so see, everything appears that see, form, sound, smell, taste, everything real. Real in the sense, not merely labeled by mind. You see, so all this projection of your projection by your wrong ignorance. You see, so see, so when you practice mindfulness, this keep in mind this goodness, you see, as much as possible, and then you see, then you get the idea in the like the dreamer. You see, this not true. You know. They get some idea, you know, it's empty. Okay, so that is very good. So that is very good, you know, way to say. This way thinking is maybe more effective, you know, to recognition, gakcha. I mean, the meditation to get the idea of empty. Okay, so like that. It's very good. Say, you know, when you, for example, when you go shopping from a house, you see, you think this, you're going to meditation on emptiness. You see, the heart of Buddhism, 3 principal aspects, path to enlightenment is emptiness. Okay, so from your room, you see, when you prepare to go shopping, you see, then you're going to go to this meditation. So you see, you go down, you're driving car, or you say, go this way meditation, you do the shopping with this meditation, with the awareness, then the shop, you see, you come back, you see. So like that, for example. So this is very good, you know. Keep the mind in meditation like that. So simply, yeah. So that, or you go to the beach, you see, go there. So you use more meditation, you see, like that. Yeah. The emptiness, you know, the extremely important. The 3 principal aspects of enlightenment. 3 principal aspects of enlightenment, you see, it's extremely important. You see, the way to live. The Buddha's way is the way to liberate yourself from oceans or some suffering causes. You know? Understand? So what the Buddha said, you see, the way the way to liberate us, and it means only by revealing the truth. Oh, this is the truth. You see, you're meant to know the truth. Buddha taught us. Buddha has left the teaching. The world is the guru. You see, taught. Then now you see, you practice daily life. You see, so this you're liberating yourself. And then from that experience, you can liberate others and things. So, you know, like that. so you're going for pilgrimage. Or then do this meditation. I mean, there's many ways to meditate, different ways. But this one, see, this very, very simple, but profound, very simple, hitting on the ignorance. You see, so when you go pilgrimage, also with the, see, then your pilgrimage becomes meditation. See, you see, going from your home, going to see the holy places and coming back out, everything becomes meditation. You're walking, you're doing many activities, but with meditation, you see, so it becomes a Lama meditation. Whole thing become whole pilgrimage becomes Lama meditation in this way. You see, space here, emptiness. So then you can do similar bodhicitta renunciation like that, which is most amazing. So, you see, so, so same, even when you go to movie, you see, same, you can do the same meditation. You see, so the movie, you see, movie, so you see, I mean that is I mean, that is acted. You see, that is movies acted. So however, that is not actual. That's not a human being. That's not dog. That's not animal. That's not. This is a picture. You see there. Yeah. So see. So but then you really believe it. But then you really believe it. This human being. This is, you see, like when you're dreaming, you really believe it's true. All this what's happening, you're true. You see, exactly like that. When you're watching a movie, you believe it's true. Then you see when the world's going through, the stories, then you see, you get upset, you are happy, depending on what you see, you think it's real, and then it brings your mind up and down, you see, affect you, see. So that's similar, you see. It's exactly similar while you're dreaming, not realizing it's a dream, and then you believe real, then you see, like that, same, the attachment angle, all the rest. It's similar, so there's also, so then, like that, you see. So when you think this, when you think this is the movie, you see, this is maybe there's not a how, then the actual, it's just picture. It says, so then it doesn't give, it doesn't say, doesn't affect you. See, so that it's like the recognize the dream is a dream, then it doesn't affect the mind, doesn't cause us anger, attachment, all these things. So so you see, you're going for sightseeing, or you go with this meditation, see, emptiness. I mean, you can do both digital renunciation. I mean, there are many Lamrim meditation, good worship. There are many things what you can do. See, but I'm just an example. See how you can integrate in Lamrim. See, so that you say. So if you're going for scenery sightseeing, see. So then this way, then your life becomes so meaningful. It didn't become cause for samsara. It become cause liberation. Then you see like that. Then not it didn't cause for laureate, but it didn't cause for samsara. See like that. So you can start seeing what about this. So so there. Then is the other meditation. The other meditation is I, you see, I is meeting empty, I who's walking, doing pilgrimage or walking, whatever doing, meeting empty, the action, go shopping, whatever driving, whatever is meeting empty, and then the object is, the meeting empty. So, then you're doing the one day practice mindfulness in the dependent arising, okay? So, mindfulness and dependent arising. So, you see, as much as possible, continue like that. So it's very, very good. The subtle. Here now, you see the possibilities of possible exclusive how things exist. The subtle dependent arising. So, perhaps the mindfulness in that. Okay. So that's so then you see when you do that, then you see the strong concept. The ignorance, believing truly isn't there. It doesn't happen. You see, holding this true. You see, what appears real, grasping is true, all that. So become free. Your mind become free. You see, so so that you see you're freeing yourself from this ignorance. You see, so that's a great freedom. Say, which leads to liberation, which leads to enlightenment, because also that you need wisdom. We realize emptiness to resist the subtle developments. So then directly resist subtle developments, you see, which prevent reaching enlightenment. So then you need to realize this emptiness. It's a bit of, if you don't have that, if you only bodhicitta, you can't. See, so you need that. So all of this. So then that is this. That then you see. Then you see the similar what I mentioned before. Then looking at practice mindfulness, looking at everything I action observe. What appears real one. Look at the hallucination, that which is hallucination. So that's very, very good. Continue to keep in mind that, see, as much as possible. So I think maybe we'll see tomorrow afternoon. Maybe see, I don't know. Yeah, after lunch, maybe you go do some walking. We'll do some walking meditation with this, so that we get so that we become familiarity. To do some walking, going around with this meditation, you see. So I think, so it's very good, so you become familiar with that, you see. Then you can, while you're doing whereas other activities, you to be able to do that, okay. So, yeah, so that, you see, yeah. Oh, see. So time to go to bed. Time to go to bed. Okay. Oh. So, so your mind is there, you're here, emotional, is up and down. This, so peace, your mind is so free. You feel so free, from these emotions, emotional mind. You see up and down, all this tightness, all this, sad and this, but even you think of happy, but it's emotional. It's the negative emotional. It's the to the attachment, so forth, the mind, you see. So mind is so free, really, great peace, really free, you see. Yeah, during that time, you see. See, so your life is so meaningful. So that's the. So I say, great fun, or I say, like wonderful scenery, like when you watch a movie, you're like watching TV, watching movie, you see. But I see, like that, but much more meaningful. Watching movie, watching TV, you see. But here you see very profound movie, very profound TV, most effective. That makes you achieve liberation. Makes you achieve liberation, makes you achieve enlightenment. Okay, so that see, really deep, So So, so I mentioned one quotation, okay? Then stop there. This is very, very good to use a daily life for mindfulness. You know, or you see, you went it in the. You think of the meaning of the quotation, then you see, you walking, or walking, or whatever. You see, think like Omani Pime Hung. You see, you think of the quotation, then you see, by thinking the meaning. When you think of the meaning, you are meditating. Okay, so. This 7 Dalai Lamas quotation, very. So see if I can remember this one. So it's very good. You can use also different quotations. You see, then you our mindfulness in that. And this, so very good to remember the teachings. Okay? In the daily life, see. So your daily life, you see, the very heart of Buddhism. Deep in Aspapat, especially emptiness. Wow, and that you see, cutting the root of all the suffering, very root. Can imagine. So see, we're unbelievable fortunate this life, to have met, received teachings, to met these teachings, this. Teaching of emptiness, say we have able to learn, able to meditate, obviously to realize. So, so I'm not sure I can remember. 근데 이게 주제 말로봐 랑떡배 주비 주마나 현대바라 손을 위치 현대바라 손을 위치 투나라 마셔 동물때. So this is so good. So the different quotations write down in your notebook, diary book, notebook, okay? In your diary book, notebook. So practice, use in daily life. I think Jane is very familiar with my words. Jane has become very familiar with my words. Only sorry for that. She you did operation, yeah? Before you came here. Both eyes or one eye? Which one? So because what the white, what's called the white cataract happening. Now that's no cataract. It's gone. But don't you feel some discomfort from the computer? Huh? No irritation? So, unbelievable kindness of her. So when you started this last year or year before?
Year before.
So came to the courses, different courses that's happening. So she did this very, very extremely kind. They help so many people. Very, very good. So because my language is still very you know, not clear. See, not clear. So it helps so much for people. So many years ago, that was 6-7 years ago, I don't know, maybe more than 6-7, maybe more than that. So I was talking about dependent arising for 3 days. So there's one old lady from England. What's her name? Very old lady, very nice, very old lady. Her English is very special. Every single word is expressed very clearly. Very clearly. It's a kind of this tune, kind of like melody, see, expressed very clearly. Our language is quite special. So she came. I don't know whether it was the first. I'm not sure that was the first time or not. I think I've been in England many times. So I think at the center she's helping the center, doing some yoga. I'm not sure, something, Anyway, I forgot his name. So she heard 3 days talking about Tibetan rice. So So then finally she asked one monk, Namjal. He's from England, right? English. He's English, right? English. He opened a center in Goa. I think he opened a center in Goa. Huh? He opened a center in Goa. I didn't reach the center of Goa, but not close down. So he's been teaching, somehow amazing. He's been teaching leading meditation and teaching around. So this and Kapan as well. Lama asked him to do, and Lama was very happy the way he led Thara meditation, and Lama was very happy. He told me the last time. So I goes around to teach to lead meditation. Seems doing very good. So anyway, Namjal. So she finally, after 3 days, she asked Namjal, what about Tibetan rice? Then Namjal says, it's not Tibetan rice, it is dependent rice. So anyway, Kapan calls, I think maybe people don't understand for a few days when I talk. And then sometimes one day or sometimes a few days. Then gradually they get the idea. So at Baksa, you see, 8 years I was there. Well, not all the time, but I spent a lot of time in Darjeeling because I was sick. I had TB, and also hepatitis. Maybe you don't eat food. You when you smell food, you want to eat. So I don't know, hepatitis or not. I'm sure. So I had that. So in Darjeeling many times. So anyway, so I didn't really study philosophy there. I mean, a little bit. Of course, I received teaching, go for teaching, a little bit better, but not really. See, just like child playing, So, so yes, I spend time drawing. You see, drawing things as Christmas present to. I have one older friend who's a member of Buddhist, member of the Buddhist Society in London, an old lady. So took care of me for 7 years, for a long time. Complete dress, robes, and then medicine for TB, 1 hour school, and so I sent someone. So to eat some extra, buy some more vegetables and eat with the Lama, something like that, and to make some kind of special, buy some vegetables to make something. See, vegetable called isigusi. I'm not sure. Isigusi. So I don't know. Isigusi is something like this. Not papaya. It looks like a little bit of papaya. So anyway. So make some special vegetables and something like that. Anyway, so making drawings and sent to Christmas present to some friends. And then there's some family in Scotland. They write very rarely. So anyway, and memorize. So I try to memorize English words like Dharma text. Try to memorize. So one time I had to memorize the dictionary, the whole dictionary to memorize. You see. I didn't know how to learn English, so I thought memorizing is enough. So like memorize Dharma text, you see. So I memorized many words, many English words, and then forget because there's no you to use. There's no way to use. Only I say how are you or something when I meet the head of the committant or sick person, Indians, sick person, see, who was Second World War, some leaders, committee, something. So we call the camp committee, something that looking after us, the head. So then, when I meet in the road, it was very rarely, see, how are you, or something, one or two. There's something that. So then I forget. Then I can try to memorize, forget, you see, like that. So anyway, so when I came to second school, Dalhousie, first school, Delhi, then I didn't go for many schools, and then the Pretty Betty who started school insisted many times invited, so I went to Dalhousie. And then I was talking about Song Rinpoche to Pretty Betty when I was there. So I said Rinpoche doing a lot of pujas, you see, but I didn't say puja. Puja is also Hindu. So I said Rinpoche is doing a lot of rites, R-I-T. I didn't spell to her. Right. Right. I think rituals. I think right. R-I-T-E. Right. So I told her, Miss Betty, he's doing lots of right, So she didn't understand. She called the translator. So because I've been memorizing, but I didn't really learn how to use it. I think my problem I spelled wrong way. Expressed wrong way. I think not correct accent. I think she didn't understand. So anyway, so I want to say. 건데게 저는 건데게 초제 말루바 랑떡배 건데게 초제 말루바 랑떡배 저배 주말아 텐덴바라 송네 루지 춘나라 마신 똥벌때 so this very fantastic, see. So first I mentioned the words, okay, so 건데게 건데게 처럼, see. every single children, having children, how do you say children? Having base, no, children, yeah. So every single, anyway, you see, chunyi, the emptiness of the I is chunyi. I is chujen. You see, so emptiness on the I, emptiness on the middle of the I is chunyi, nature. That's the ultimate reality. Okay, chunyi. So, and then chujen is the I, the base. Che jen, che is I think che jen, che is you see means che meaning chunyi. Chunyi is the ultimate reality. Chunyi. So che jen is having the one phenomena which has ultimate reality. Che jen, che refer to emptiness. Jen means having. Jen means having. Jen means having. So che jen, che ni emptiness. Emptiness which is on the middle of the I, is the che ni, the only ultimate reality. Che ni, che ni and dongba ni is same. Interaction. Dongba is empty, but when it's ni, when there's a word at a ni means that cuts all the ordinary emptiness, all the ordinary emptiness. You see emptiness, there's water. So if there's no water, it's empty. You see, if there's no food, empty stomach. You see, so you see, so empty without form. Okay, so all this cuts by putting ni after, cuts all the ordinary emptiness. So in English, I think you have to say, the grammatical, you have to say emptiness, yeah? So then here doesn't mean, dongba ni shunyata, it doesn't mean that. So there's no form there. There's no form. You see the empty of form. You see there's no form here. So this emptiness of form. There's a form there. See. So see all that. So when we leave, I don't know when we leave, but when we leave from this tent, everybody, when the tent becomes empty of see, yeah, as you see, nobody's here. Then you see that's absence. See, that's ordinary emptiness. Okay, so other person. See, so that you see. So ni dongba ni cuts all those, emptiness. Okay, ordinary emptiness. So when you say ni, that means you see only the ultimate nature. Only the ultimate nature. Emptiness of true existence. By the ni, the emptiness of true existence, only that. The meaning is only that. Don't buy ni. Ni is only. So what cuts was only emptiness. Okay? So very clear in Tibetan. Don't buy ni. So what is missing in English? What is missing in English is ni is not translated. So Dongba, Dongba, Jant. Ni, this very specific shunyata, the absence of true existence, absence of this hallucination. You see, what we've been clinging on, what we've been grasping on, you see, all the time from beginning to the birth, the I and all this, you see, which is not there. So ni, which it cuts the object of ignorance, there. So this something appearing real, not there. This real I, not there. Okay, totally empty. So the ni that. I mean, it's so the very clear that how those great lamas, those pandits, ancient Tibetan and translate like that. Don't buy ni. So I'm not sure. Shunya da. So that translation of shunya da. I'm not sure. I don't know Sanskrit. So so in Tibetan means like that. You see. So that. So you see. So in English, I think so it has not been clear. You see the words, you see, emptiness, but it doesn't say only. Tibetan say tongba ni, emptiness only. See? So it cuts off all limits. So English is not clear. So, but because the emptiness is you used for many years, you see, so many years. So so then of course you see, then of course people will know, you see what it's talking about, what it means. Of course then you see that means that you see depend on subject. But you see, say, yeah. You see the people, so that. So, say, even the words is very neat. You see that. So what I'm saying, see I mean I don't understand, but so the great masters, the philosophy, no philosophy is very important to really explain one by word. You see every word one by one meaning. Very, I have a very skillful explanation of this clear explanation. Very, and then say I think very important to easy to understand and to not get confused with it. So I have yeah. So Chuchen, so Chuchen, Chu is ultimate reality, and Jen is having. So do you see? So the I is the Chuchen, having the phenomena which has the ultimate reality. You see, I is Chuchen. Jen is having. So what empty? It has emptiness. Ultimate reality. So that is Chunyi and I is Chuchen. So there's a vase. Emptiness is vast. Emptiness of this vast. Tongba Ni of this vast. Chunyi. And then the vase, see, Tongba Ni on the Tongba Ni is Tongba Ni on the ultimate reality. Emptiness is only on this middle level of vase is Chunyi. And then the vase is middle level vase is Chuchen. So that is it. Yeah. So every single phenomena, or a simple way to say every single phenomena, that but if you want word by word translation, then Chuchen, every single every single phenomena possessing, every single phenomena having possessing, every single phenomena having the emptiness. Having the ultimate nature. Every single phenomena having the ultimate nature. Chichen. So maybe like that. So you say having ultimate reality. Emptiness Tongba Ni is the ultimate reality, and then the Chichen is having ultimate reality. So that means the I, the mark, so forth is that. Yeah. So the emptiness, which is on the middle level, on the middle level phenomena. See, that's Chichen. So see, so every single having ultimate reality of the samsara nirvana. That's the first translation. Rang tope jebe jumala. Through the illusion created by one's own superstition. That's the second translation. Rang tope jebe jumala. By holding it truly existent, by holding it truly existent, then it cheats you. By holding it truly existent, cheats you. I added, you is not there, but I added it. See? That's what it means. By holding it truly existent, cheats you. Because reason. Because by holding it truly, by holding this as a phenomenon, by holding this through the illusion that created by one's superstition thought, okay? You see, this illusion, but you don't recognize this illusion, you see. So, you see, appear truly existent, truly existent to your hallucination mind, but it's not true, see. So that's it. Like magician person created the illusion, okay? Like magician person created the illusion. That. So then you see, so not realizing this, not recognizing this, then you turn down. You hold it true. See, all these are action objects. The true is eye, true is action, true is the form, true is the sound, true is the smell, the five I guess, true is then true is the form, true is the sound, true is the smell, true is the taste, true is the tangible, see. So everything, like that, you see. So some, the enlightenment, the health, samsara, nirvana, happy, all the true existence, see. So so what appears, then you hold on them. You say you believe them. You believe them true. You believe them true. You believe them true. See, like in the dream, you see, while you're dreaming, then you believe them true. It is appear to you, or it appear true. You say, that's then you see, cheat you. Then it cheat you by believing true. It cheats you. Cheers means reason. See, because of that. Okay, cheers. You see, yeah, completely your life cheated. You see, your belief, your ignorance, your belief, holding all this true. True, you see, holding all this true, see, what appear true, holding all this true, real. See, then totally cheat you, completely cheat you, all the time. Not even 1 second. Not even 1 second time, not cheating you, there's not even 1 second. All the time cheated. Okay, so that. Then the medicine, Louis. 아니, 춘나라 마시는 therefore, don't cling to hallucinate appearance. Don't cling to machine, to hallucinate appearance. Machine, don't cling. Look at it empty. Oh, that's the meditation, you see. What do I say? All the previous reason, previously, you see, all the evolution of the, how we create the hallucination, how the wrong concept is all that. So you see, so how he cheat you constantly. See, your ignorance is believing this true, or the hallucination true. You see, so recognize, not recognizing, not knowing that hallucination. You see, believing true for that. Oh, so cheated you, not only from this morning, but not from birth, from beginningless rebirth. No time, there's no time when it begin. From beginningless cheated you. Can you imagine? That's the most frightening thing. Cheated you from beginningless rebirth. It's the most frightening. Don't cling the hallucinated appearance. Look at it empty. Oh, that's the last two words is the meditation. That. What should do? See? So, so here you see. 근데 주제 말로 봐. 랑떡배 주비 말아. So the 랑떡배 주비 말 that so that you see when you have to understand, you know. 랑떡배 주비 말아. So you see. So you see. So there's another pivotal Lama's quotation, another one, but I don't remember. That maybe can be told tomorrow. But I use the example from that. You see, in the evening time, dusk time, there's a rope. There's a rope in the road. You see, in the road, there's a rope. The way it's curled and colors. You see, like snake. You see, like snake's body. You see, so dusk times you can't see clear. So you thought, you thought a snake. You see, it's a snake. There's a snake. So So your mind is your mind mind is so first, the very first time you create, you see, is so your mind immediately impute snack, okay? Immediately impute snack, okay? So then you see expect immediately imputed by the mind, okay? But you see then you see right after that second, the negative imprint left in the mind by the past ignorance, then decorated on that immediate snack, decorated the true existence, okay? True existence. So see, rang tokbet created. So rang tokbet illusion that is created by your superstition, okay? So I'm trying to give you the idea of that, you see. So first one is snack, snack. The second, then the negative imprint left by the ignorance projected, decorated on that true existence, okay? Then third, you let your mind believe that's true, okay? You understand? How it come from creates by your superstition mind, okay? So then fear arises. Then there's fear, you see. Believing it's true, snake, fear arises, you see. They try to kill that, you see. And then try to throw rocks or so that is it. So anyway, so similar. In Italy one time, I don't remember this. Maybe this is the city where there's no cars, but huge buildings, but no car. All around with the ocean, say water. What's it called? Venice, yeah. So I think maybe Venice. I'm not sure. So I was came for something. I'm not sure. Then the outside of it's not shop. It's I'm not sure what restaurant or something. Maybe so there was one girl standing. There was one girl standing, but she was not, because she was not moving. So I think she was pants and I don't know, hands like that, something. So it was not moving. So I thought it's a mannequin. She was not moving, so I thought it's a mannequin, So, mannequin, but it wasn't a mannequin. It was a person. Later I realized the person when I come near. But I thought it was a mannequin, because there are mannequins in the shop and outside, you see, to advertise their dress, dress. So I thought it's a mannequin from distance, mannequin, not real person. Mannequin? Do you know mannequin? Okay, so mannequin. So then I come nearby, it's not a mannequin, it's an extra person. So anyway, that's not that. So created by our own spiritual mind. So now here, similar, you see. So then you see, one's own spiritual mind, you see, immediate I, immediate action, immediate object, whatever it is, you see. So the whole entire life, that, you see. Then you see, after that second, then projection is the negative imprint left in the mind by the past, decorate truly existence, Debatruva. You see, everything, see, decorate truly existence on everything, I, action, object, anything, see, object, see. So that's the second that. First, second that. Third, then you let your mind hold true. You see, then you see there's everything happening real. You see, everything happening real, action of real. Or then you see, then you let your mind hold it's true. See how that thing's the illusion created by your specialist mind. Okay, so that I think what it contains, it's all that. See, so okay, then you see. Turn tempera soon. Yes, that's right. Yeah, sorry. the last one. The last one well, can be repeated or last one is mentioned here particularly because you which is because you see because you you know interest is true. See, interest is true. Interest is true, see. Belief is true, see. And then cheat you, cheat yourself. But of course, this is not a cheat you, but cheat also others. You can edit cheating others as well. See? But first, it's cheating yourself, you see. So then what to do? Solution: machine. Don't cling. Don't cling this. Chunang hallucinate the appearance of I, action of all this. Machine, don't cling. Chunang machine. Don't what does. How to do that? How to stop? How to stop? How to do not cling? How to not grasp, not cling? Hallucinate appearance. How to do that? Oh, look at the empty. Don't what does. Look at the empty I, action of everything empty. So that. Yeah, so that's a way. There's another quotation from Seventh Dalai Lama. So anyway, stop here. So while you're walking, even just recite this. Like Om Mani Padme Hum. It's very, very good. Very good, yeah. To recite, quotation is recited, and then you meditate its meaning. See, or you walk in meditating in the meaning of this, okay? So fantastic. So fantastic. You're liberating yourself. You're really liberating yourself. Then you see, leaving so much positive imprint and make us so close to realize emptiness. Okay? So to cease, to cut the root of samsara, to achieve liberation. Also to each enlightenment by ceasing subtle development. So it becomes published for that. So, yeah, I'll stop here. Dage Jinye Sabe Gawa Di Tenzang Zhou Gong La Kambian Dang Chepara Jesu Lo Sang Tabai Tenbia Nyingbo Rinto Sa Je
Losan Dembe Trome Sasum Kia Trowe Munsia Tadu Nekyu Chi Yedama Inkuru Rana Manda Neyataya
These are the past, present, future merits collected by me, time merits collected by number of sentient Buddhas, made the Bodhicitta be actualized what the most hard ones of family members and the sentient who has connected to oneself and all their heart, in the hearts of all the students, in the hearts of all the students, and they say, then all those people who came here in the past, coming now, will come in the future, to those here, to learn Dharma, to then. Yeah, who come into the Stupa, Sam, you see, include body, and then they say, all the students in the FPMT and all the benefactors of projects and centers, and all those who served the organization in the past and were serving now will be serving in the future. So we include everybody, and then you see everybody, then all the rest of the sentient beings. Okay, so yeah, then bodhicitta to be actualized in the heart of everybody. Without delaying a second, in his heart, bodhicitta actualized may to be increased. Chanjo Isme Jo Rimbo che ma je ba ya nama je jo je ba nya ba ya me ba These are the past, present, future marriage, collected by three-time marriage, collected by numbers in the Buddha's made the Bodhicitta lies in the hearts of all the leaders of the world, especially leaders of men, China and all the population. Then, leaders of all the Muslim countries and all other countries, and all those leaders. So without delay, second. Changjo semjo rinpoche ma je panam je juro je jeba nyamba meba ye kone kondo ya pe awa jo. Do the past, present, future marriage collected by me, three-time marriage collected by numbers and Buddhas, made the Bodhicitta be exercised in the hearts of all the people who follow different religions. And this way, may this world filled with the perfect peace and happiness. May there is no religious wars, all the religious be harmonious, all the religious people to be harmonious, and everybody live their life on the benefiting each other, no harm, and whatever they do become cause of only enlightenment and happiness about sentient beings. Changju semjo rinpoche ma je panam je jo che jeba nyamba meba ye kone kund awa jo. Gare rave yugove ishinga de benda yande wa yamalu yejunve ne jere se wa tenze yanja zo ye shabe se de ba do ye tenjo inji. There's special prayer, there is not approval, there is not holy wishes, okay? These are the past spiritual marriage club, three-time marriage club, but numbers and dinner. Today they are having taken advanced perception, whatever I say, all the marriage prostitution, all the marriage club, okay? Long life is on Dharma. Okay. All the holy wishes beside me said.